I want to tell you why I do what I do and why it's important for me to really add value to the lives of business owners as a CPA, as a financial professional. And it really relates back to my father. In 1941, my dad was 20 years old. The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. And he went out like most young men at the time and said, I'm joining the Army, okay? I'm getting into this battle. It was a huge, amazing patriotic push of young men joining the Army. Well, they wouldn't let my dad in. He had thick glasses, just like I do. And they're saying, no, you don't qualify, whatever. So he was rejected twice by the draft boards, which disappointed his dad, right? His dad was Prussian, so a very militaristic background and family. Because my father was an immigrant my father's father was an immigrant into the United States. And my dad tried again, and he talked his way into the Army and basically told the draft board captain, I'll fill out the paperwork. The guy sitting behind you, he doesn't have glasses. I can fill out that paperwork. You could send him to the front. So the draft board captain said, fine, you're in, and stamped him into the Army. Well, the Army being the Army, they tested out my dad and they found out he had great mechanical aptitude. So they ended up not putting him behind a desk doing paperwork. They put him in the motor pool, right? So he ended up in Patton's Third Army, going to Europe to rid Europe of the Nazi scourge that was going on at the time. Patton's Third Army was one of the most successful armies in Europe, liberating 80,000 square miles of Europe. And in that place where my father met my mother, right? My mother was a war bride, a German national, who met him, they fell in love, they got married and stayed married until their deaths. And it really occurred to me, and it really wasn't until I had kids of my own, and probably almost 50 years old, where I really understood that had this man not done his duty to his country, I would have never existed. I would never have been born. So that was a big revelation. And understanding that you need to try to do your duty. You need to try in this world to make things better and fight for what's right is really, really important. I never really understood what my father did, again, until I was older. But I do remember one time when I was 12 years old, we went to go see the movie Patton. And in the intermission of that movie, my dad said, yeah, that's what we used to call them, blood and guts, right? His guts and our blood, right? And I was stunned. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean you were in the Army, right? I never put it all together in my head, let alone Patton's Third Army, right? One of the most successful armies on the planet that ever existed. And it's like, oh yeah. And it occurred to me, and again, I put this together like almost 40 years later, it occurred to me that he really was that typical American hero, that John Wayne type of hero, where you go in, you ride in, you do your job, you get the job done. And when you're done, you ride off into the sunset without fanfare, without people patting you on the back. And it really is, honestly, the biggest American heroes right now are American business owners. Because every day they ride into the battle to make money, to make their life better, to make the world a better place, to create something new that they've never created before or nobody else has ever created before, and to really take care of their kids, to take care of their wives, take care of their husbands, take care of whatever they need to take care of. These people are true American heroes. And you know what? Every day when the sun goes down, they ride off in the sunset and nobody cheers them on either. So to me, I see a great connection between the people that are the true heroes and the American business owner. And my dad, throughout my life growing up, always wanted to be a business owner. He never really got the chance. He never really made the leap, but it was a dream of his for a long, long time. And it actually became my dream, and that's why I became a CPA. And then I realized I could take that CPA practice that I built and make it into something that really helped these people that were so terribly important to the economy. Small business owners make 67% of the jobs in this country, okay? They create 2/3 of the patents in the country. Big businesses crush jobs, they eliminate jobs, right? And they make things average. Small business owners and medium-sized business owners make things better and they make things special. It can be a very tough place to be, and a lot of times it's a battle. And what I've decided to do and to do with my life is to make it better by standing with them in that battle. So there's a lot of real important motivation for me to help business owners make their lives better, to help business owners make their businesses better, and to bring success to them. And that's really what it's all about.